The bright lights inside Fiserv Forum burned a little hotter on a night when the Milwaukee Bucks delivered a performance that felt less like a routine regular season victory and more like a statement of intent. In a commanding 110-93 triumph over the Oklahoma City Thunder, Milwaukee showcased a defensive masterclass that suffocated one of the league's most dynamic young teams and reminded the rest of the NBA why they remain a perennial force in the Eastern Conference. From the opening tip to the final buzzer, the Bucks controlled the rhythm, dictated the tempo, and imposed their will on both ends of the floor. It was the kind of performance that blends physicality, discipline, and star power into a cohesive display of championship-level basketball. Facing a Thunder squad known for its explosive offense and fearless young core, Milwaukee understood the challenge ahead. Oklahoma City entered the matchup with momentum, boasting one of the league's fastest-paced attacks and a backcourt capable of lighting up the scoreboard in minutes. But the Bucks approached the contest with a clear blueprint: disrupt passing lanes, protect the paint, limit transition opportunities, and force contested jump shots. From the first quarter onward, that plan unfolded with precision. Milwaukee's defenders rotated crisply, closed out hard on shooters, and made every drive to the rim a battle. At the center of it all stood Giannis Antetokounmpo, whose presence was felt in every corner of the court. While his stat line reflected another strong all-around outing, it was his defensive engagement that set the tone. Giannis patrolled the paint like a guardian, contesting shots at the rim and altering countless others. When switched onto guards, he moved his feet with surprising agility, cutting off angles and forcing the Thunder into difficult stepbacks. Offensively, he attacked with calculated aggression, using his strength to draw fouls and his vision to find open teammates when double teams collapsed. The first quarter was competitive, with Oklahoma City attempting to push the pace and find early rhythm. But Milwaukee's discipline held firm. The Bucks forced turnovers through active hands and smart positioning, converting those takeaways into fast break opportunities that energized the crowd. The Thunder's ball movement, typically crisp and unpredictable, began to stall under pressure. Passing lanes that are usually open seemed to vanish as Milwaukee defenders anticipated plays before they developed. Midway through the second quarter, the Bucks began to separate themselves. A stretch of suffocating defense resulted in a prolonged scoring drought for Oklahoma City. Each possession became a grind for the Thunder, who struggled to generate clean looks against Milwaukee's length and physicality. On the other end, the Bucks moved the ball with patience, swinging it around the perimeter until a seam appeared. Timely three-point shooting extended the lead, but it was the defensive stops that truly shifted the game's momentum. The Thunder attempted adjustments after halftime, increasing their off-ball movement and trying to attack early in the shot clock before Milwaukee's defense could set. For brief moments, it seemed as though the game might tighten. Yet every mini-run was answered by the Bucks' composure. When Oklahoma City cut the deficit to single digits late in the third quarter, Milwaukee responded with a sequence emblematic of the night. A blocked shot ignited a fast break, leading to a transition dunk that sent the arena into a roar and re-established control. Beyond Giannis, the supporting cast delivered performances that underscored the team's balance. Milwaukee's guards applied relentless on-ball pressure, denying easy entry passes and fighting over screens to stay attached to shooters. The big men anchored the paint, boxing out diligently to limit second-chance points. Bench players provided crucial minutes, maintaining intensity and ensuring the defensive standard did not drop when starters rested. It was a collective effort, the kind that transforms individual talent into team dominance. For Oklahoma City, the night served as a harsh reminder of the fine margins at the top of the league. Their youthful energy and creativity were evident, but against Milwaukee's disciplined defense, those qualities were muted. Shot attempts that typically fall with rhythm clanged off the rim under pressure. Drives to the basket were met with resistance. The Thunder's leading scorers found themselves working twice as hard for half the production. As the fourth quarter unfolded, the outcome grew increasingly clear. The Bucks continued to contest every shot, diving for loose balls and communicating on switches. Even with a comfortable lead, their intensity never waned. That commitment to detail prevented any late-game comeback hopes. By the time the final minutes ticked away, the crowd sensed they had witnessed more than just another win. They had seen a blueprint for sustained success. Statistically, the 110-93 scoreline reflected Milwaukee's superiority in several key areas. They won the rebounding battle, particularly on the defensive glass, limiting Oklahoma City to minimal second opportunities. They forced turnovers that translated into valuable points. They shot efficiently, but without over-reliance on any single scorer. Most importantly, they held a high-powered offense under 100 points, a testament to their preparation and execution. In post-game reflections, the narrative centered not on flashy highlights but on commitment. The Bucks spoke of trust, communication, and the importance of defense as a foundation. They emphasized that while offensive explosions can capture headlines, it is consistent defensive effort that sustains winning streaks and defines playoff contenders. The Thunder, meanwhile, acknowledged the learning opportunity, recognizing that facing elite defensive teams is part of their growth trajectory. The victory also carried broader implications for Milwaukee's season outlook. In a tightly contested conference race, every statement win strengthens confidence and reinforces identity. By dismantling a respected opponent through defense, the Bucks reaffirmed that their championship aspirations are rooted in more than star power. They are built on structure, accountability, and a shared understanding of roles. As fans filtered out of the arena into the cool night air, conversations buzzed with optimism. The Bucks had not merely won, they had imposed their philosophy. They demonstrated that when locked in defensively, they can neutralize even the most promising offenses. And in doing so, they sent a subtle yet unmistakable message to the rest of the league. Milwaukee remains a formidable force, capable of blending athletic brilliance with disciplined execution. In the grand arc of an NBA season, one February game may seem like a small chapter. Yet nights like this often echo later, serving as reference points when teams seek to rediscover their edge. For the Bucks, the 110-93 triumph over the Thunder will stand as a reminder of what they can achieve when defense becomes their driving engine. It was a masterclass not of spectacle, but of substance. And substance, as history often proves, is what carries teams deepest into spring.